What up, bro?
Full send, Justin.
Send
Woo!
Oh, look at my waypoints, dude.
I'm getting them all zoomed in right now. Justin and Dustin. It's like romantic.
See if the salmon biting today.
Salmon.
Salmon fishing.
Salmon derb.
The river, man. Salmon, snapper, you know, whatever. Well, day number 2 out here on the Delta. Got off the water yesterday and it was kind of a fiasco because I didn't have anywhere to stay. I didn't know where I was gonna go. I didn't have a hotel room booked or anything like that, but I needed to charge my boat batteries. You guys saw the wind yesterday. It was pretty gnarly out there, so I needed a place to charge my boat batteries. So I was able to figure out how to do that and make it all happen, and slept on the deck of my boat last night, which was interesting to say the least. Never done that before, and don't recommend it. But you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. But we're gonna go out here, try to catch some fish. Hopefully gonna catch some better quality fish today because yesterday we caught a bunch of rats that aren't gonna help us in the tournament. So let's get going. And don't forget guys, these videos are brought to you by GCI Outdoors, 6th Sense Fishing, Waterland Fishing Optics, and Do It Molds. Without them, I wouldn't be out here. Please support those companies. They make things possible for me and make this content possible for you guys as well. There we go. There we go. Well guys, it wouldn't be tournament practice if it wasn't tough. I literally have caught like 2 non-keepers today, I think, and then that striper. Nothing good at all. I already feel kind of clueless out here, I'm not gonna lie. But thankfully we got time to fish still, tide's dropping out. I'm gonna have to maybe get gas. I thought I had more gas than I did, but I might have to get some gas out on the water today. But yeah, tough. Normally gas on the water is super expensive, but actually it's pretty cheap considering what I've seen on this trip. Only $5.99 a gallon on the water, which isn't bad considering gas is over $6 at a lot of land gas stations. So I think I lucked out. I'm just gonna let that thing continue to go and continue to fill up. That's frustrating. Another bite came off. I'm drifting too fast and just probably can't fish this thing that as good as I should be able to. But that's the second fish that has come off on the chatterbait, and I think it's just basically because I'm not able to feel everything because with the wind and the current and everything pushing me so fast that I'm not being able to set the hook with any authority to get a good hook into the fish's mouth. I mean, that fish wasn't big or anything like that, but you still want to be able to at least, you know, land some fish here and there. But it's been brutal so far.
fish on. Little one.
Today was brutal, guys. It was absolutely brutal. I was banging my head against the wall today trying to figure out what am I gonna do to get these fish to bite. I couldn't figure it out. I'm throwing the right baits, that's not it. Chatterbaits get bit out here, punching gets bit out here, square bells get bit out here. Throwing the right stuff to get bit out here on the Delta, but these fish do not wanna cooperate, and the ones that I do catch are the smallest of small. Some of them I didn't even show you guys because they were just so small that it was just not even worth putting on camera. Like, I'm talking this big. Like, they could only eat the back treble hook because that's how small they were. That's all that could fit in their mouth. Pretty crazy day. I was talking to Justin here before filming this, and basically I think the reason why it was so tough is because the tide was horrible today. We only had a swing of about a foot, which is nothing. Not a lot of water movement. It basically makes it almost like a slack tide all day long, and when it's slack tide, these fish do not want to bite. The wind made it hard to slow down because a lot of times when you're fishing slack tides and stuff like that, you gotta slow down, you gotta throw, you know, stick worms, a drop shot, stuff like that, but it's just so windy. Like, literally, it's like sustained 20 to 30 mile an hour winds out there all day long. Very, very few areas where you can go and get out of the wind and get wind protection. But we gotta just keep grinding, we gotta keep finding some stuff, finding some areas. We are gonna figure this out, gotta stay positive, gotta stay motivated, gotta just regroup. I got off the water a little bit earlier than I was anticipating because I was just like beating my head against the wall. I just couldn't figure out what to do, and after, you know, sleeping on the front deck of my boat last night, instead of having a hotel or something like that, I was tired and I needed to regroup. I needed to just kind of recharge, regroup, and get out there tomorrow. I was really kind of defeated. I was really upset about the whole thing, but tomorrow we're gonna start fresh. We're gonna get a good night's sleep here at the Airbnb, and we're gonna get after it, and we're gonna figure these fish out. Big thank you to GCI Outdoor, 6th Sense Fishing, Waterland Fishing Optics, and Do It Molds for sponsoring this video, making it possible to make this content for you guys. So stay tuned. Day 3 of practice out on the Delta coming up next. See ya!